Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Everyday, and I wanted to do a quick post. And what I'm going to call this post is my second childhood. The term second childhood comes from a song by an MC named Nasir Jones, and he talked about basically grown men who don't grow up and they're living in their second childhood. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is because last night I unfortunately sat through 2018 BET Awards, and basically what I saw is a lot of grown men, and when I say grown men, maybe I should say not grown men, but old men over the age of 35, men almost 40 years old, act a fool and try to have the swagger like they someone that's 20, in their 20s. The shit isn't meant as a public service announcement or to critique young dudes' swag or how they carry themselves, whatever. How the young dudes dress, how they wear jewelry, their approach to women. Everything that young men do is just what young men do now. I'm not really here to talk about them or point fingers at what they do. I'm here to talk about some of the old men that I saw last night. Let me start by talking about this dude. What is his name? Is Famous Andy or something like that. This man gotta be in his 40s, or if not close to it. He proceeds to go on the BET Awards, and the host talks to him and everything, and I'm thinking this is somebody that does something. This guy is there because he had a dance video that went viral. Yeah, grown ass 35 or 40-year-old man, and had a dance video that went viral. And he had another old ass man behind him that served as his hype man. So I can see that the host is gassing him up to do it. And I'm looking like, please don't let this dude gas you up and have your old ass out here dancing in the middle of the street in LA in 114 degrees weather. Host proceeds to gas him up, and this old ass man starts dancing like a fool. And it was disturbing to watch, because I'm not embarrassed as the viewer, I'm embarrassed for him, because either he doesn't realize, he doesn't care, or even worse, he wants to be famous, and he proceeds to make a fool of himself on national television. It was disturbing to see, and it was disturbing to see another black man talk another black man into doing that. These dudes on television is some of the worst people alive, and I can't, it's hard to stomach. And let me talk about the ladies for a second. First, I'm gonna talk about a personal thing. My daughter does dance. She doesn't do it competitively, but she does tap and hip hop and jazz or whatever. So their showcase, their end of year showcase, they have a winter showcase and they have an end of year showcase where they basically do the routines that they've been practicing for the last year. And the dance school she does, they do tap and jazz and ballet and hip hop. And they have a competitive troupe that goes around and competes against other dancers for trophies and bragging rights, whatever. My daughter doesn't do competitive dancing. She just likes to dance and does hip hop and tap. So my daughter does her routine. She does really well or whatever. And a little bit later, after intermission, they have another routine about to start. So they have the sirens and all the sounds and all of this. And they have mothers of all the girls do a routine. Now, most people say, oh, what's wrong with that? They're just having fun. And I've talked to some people and I said, there's nothing wrong with dancing and being silly around, a family picnic, a family reunion in the house. But there's another thing when you go out and in public and embarrass your family. Now, granted, while I can say that some of the mothers, they look decent and could still dance a little bit, but the majority of them couldn't. A lot of the women were out of shape. They had on tight clothes, and one of the women had on a bodysuit that didn't flatter her basically obese body at all, and she had a blonde weave in her hair that went all the way down her back. Now, this isn't me talking about someone's weight or, oh, she needs to lose weight or whatever, but you look bad. You don't have nobody at home, or you don't have any friends that tell you, yo, don't wear that. That doesn't look good on you. We can see your gut, we can see the rolls, and it doesn't flatter you at all in no shape, form, or fashion. And she went out there and she proceeded to dance in this stuff. That's a version of the second childhood shit that I'm talking about. And one last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is for some people in the audience at the BET Awards and just some people I saw in general. You have a lot of people who want to hold on to their youth, so they try and dress and carry themselves like the youth. I saw an old man, and he had on a bunch of jewelry like these young guys be wearing. And it's like, when you turn a certain age, your face can't hide it. Your face has the lines of age, just that weathered look, like you've been here for a while. It doesn't matter how much jewelry you put on, your expensive shades. That age is going to show on you. You can't hide age. A lot of people try, but realistically, you can't hide it. It's going to show. And it just looked bad. He had on a lot of jewelry. He was dressing like he was young. And it's just Like, whose daddy are you? Like, man, sit your old ass down or go home. Take off all of that goddamn jewelry. You're not a rapper. You're not a rock star. You can't get away with that shit. Rock stars can get away with that shit because they're famous, they're rich, and people actively care about them. People see you and they look at you and laugh because they see somebody with a bunch of goddamn jewelry on, and to be honest, I don't know if all of that jewelry was even real. And that might be even worse because you out here wearing fake jewelry and you might get killed over some fake jewelry. And you just saw a lot of it during the whole show. You've seen a bunch of old guys and they're trying to dress young and hip, and you're not young, you're not hip. Don't be trying to learn the latest dances or sing the latest songs. Like, it's just like, just grow old with some dignity, man. Let these young dudes have a moment in the sun, because guess what? The sun is going to set on them like it's already set on your ass. And be comfortable in your age, accept your age. And if you 40 or older, stop trying to walk around like you 20, because you're not. You can't pull it off. Don't try. And you wind up just looking corny, and you wind up looking like you're trying too hard. And that's all I really got to say about, these second childhood dudes. And that's it. I'm gone. Peace.